Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today's review is about the great game. So, have you ever played Victorian Pokemon? Lavie Tidahr fills its world with a bunch load of characters who are either historical figures of the time or are actually characters in novels from the Victorian era. Now, the Great Game is actually the third book in a three-book trilogy called the Bookman Chronicles. In the Bookman Chronicles, each installment can be read on its own, because it has its own characters and the plot is always concluded. But there's an overall story arc, so I would wholeheartedly recommend to read the whole trilogy, because each book is an excellent read. For those of you not familiar with the series, I try to give a quick summary of the first two books. In the first one, we follow the character of Orphan. Orphan loses his girlfriend Lucy, she dies, but then mysteriously reappears. How she did that and what the mysterious bookman has to do with this is kind of the plot of the first one. In the second installment, we follow Milady de Winter. She's an agent for the French Quiet Council. Wait a minute. Quiet Council? France? What's that? Well, in France there was a revolution and a council of automatons and humans now rules France. In contrast to this, the British Empire is led by Lizard Man. Yeah, you heard right, Lizard Man. Those Lizard Men are called the Lizard and were discovered actually by Vespucci when he tried to explore America, which is now called Vespuccia in this alternate history. You're still following? Okay. Milady de Winter has to retrieve an artifact, and that is the plot of the second book. The third book has three main characters, the first being the retired killer Mr. Smith, who worked for the British intelligence agency called the Bureau. When his former lover and his former boss are both killed and an attempt is made on his own life, he has to come out of retirement. I especially like him as a character because every time he meets someone from his old life, the other person is like, "Oh my, I thought you died." And he's like, "No, I was retired." And like, "Oh yeah, nobody really retires from the Great Game." Yeah, you know, stuff like that. I kind of like it. I think it's funny. Yeah. The second character also works for the Bureau and is called Lucy Westenra. That maybe rings a bell for you. Remember the Victorian Pokemon? She's actually a character from Bram Stoker's Dracula. Lucy Westenra is the leader of a kind of special forces team of the Bureau and has to retrieve an ancient artifact. Our last character is the escape artist Harry Houdini, and he works for the Vespuccian Council of Chiefs, so the leaders in America. What his mission is, you have to see for yourself. The novel could be considered like an alternate steampunk spy story. It has lots of action, it has the whole Victorian Pokemon element I talked about, and it's utterly a lot of fun. All in all, it was a fantastic read. The only thing that felt a bit flat for me was the ending. It was kind of constructed a bit too easy. I had other ideas for the whole ending of the trilogy, so that was a slight disappointment, so I only rated it 4 stars out of 5, and the first two books were like 5 stars for me. But don't be discouraged by that. It's a great read overall, and with 5 stars, 5 stars and 4 stars, the whole trilogy is a lot of fun. It has many of the defining elements of steampunk. So if you're looking for a really good introduction to the whole genre, I would wholeheartedly recommend the whole Bookman Chronicles by Lavie Tidahr. That's it for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button or even subscribe to my channel. I hope you get bitten by a really good book too. See you next time. Bye bye.